my name is Swarbrick, and I, like everybody sitting up here, am running to be your mayor. I'm not going to insult your intelligence and pretend I know more than you about transport. However, I have spoken to a number of extremely intelligent people about the matter, and I personally don't own a car. So I have a lot personally invested in Auckland's future of public transport. We have a great plan. It's called the Rapid Transit Network, but in my mind, it's not going to happen soon enough. It's projected for completion in 2046, which is 30 years away, and I believe we can bring it forward. And I believe the way that we can bring it forward is by reprioritising our transport projects. So shuffling the likes of Penlink to bring forward the likes of rail to the airport. But I don't believe that public transport is where our alternative transport option should end. I think that we really seriously need to be looking at and investing in other alternative modes, so predominantly cycling and walking. So part of my environmental policy, which I released the other day, is to have Auckland's first cycle sharing network, similar to what you've seen in Canada or in London, New York. Pretty much every international city has one at the moment. The tension that I've encountered in talking to a lot of different Aucklanders, those who do drive and those who cycle, the cyclists hate the drivers and the drivers hate the cyclists. And we had an Auckland Transport report or survey, I believe it was towards the start of this year, that said that 60% of Aucklanders would be more inclined to cycle if they felt it was safer. We know that the painted cycle lanes aren't doing all too much. We have multiple instances of people parking in those painted lanes, people swerving into them. What I think that we need is seriously bordered cycle lanes, and by the use of this cycle sharing network, what we'll see is an uptake in people cycling. So people don't obviously need to begin to invest in their bikes and their helmets and those kinds of things foremost to begin cycling. They can kind of take a tester for it. I think that a brilliant place to start would be in Auckland Central right now with all of the works that are underway for the City Rail Link. I'm a big fan of the City Rail Link, and yeah, I'm pretty sure almost all of us are for the Rapid Transit Network. But I also think that we need to be looking into walking. And the way that we begin to really look at people walking, because if you're driving around Auckland, you don't actually see all too many people using those footpaths. We need to see density. We need to see intensification. And that's where I don't think that you can currently extricate the issues of housing and transport. And our unitary plan does, by and large, go about tackling this by allowing for those mixed-use zones and for the likes of townhouses and things like that, where we will see intensification, we'll see efficiency of our public transport, we'll see people more inclined to be walking from place to place. So that essentially is my vision for transport around Auckland. I believe that we need to be realigning our investment, which is currently happening disproportionately in our roads, and we've seen it for the past few decades, for the billions and billions of dollars of taxpayers and ratepayers' money that's gone into transport. We just haven't seen the options. The reason I'm late today is because I was out in Kelston and I had to borrow my partner's car to get from there to here. There was next to no public transport option that could get me here within 2 hours, but I needed to be here within 15 minutes. So this is just one of the many instances of challenges that we as Auckland face. And this was the whole intention of the amalgamation, the Super City amalgamation in 2010, was to allow us to make these great regional plans. And again, this is what the Rapid Transit Network does, and this is why I'm a staunch believer in it. But I believe that we do need to be bringing it forward and shifting our focus from those exorbitant and, in my mind, unnecessary roading projects. So I look forward to your questions. Thank you very much.